They did not expect her to smile. The room was the size of a city block, made of black metal that swallowed light. Floating symbols burned in the air like blue fire. Tall figures stood in a circle around her long limbs, silver eyes, faces calm and cold. These beings had erased planets. They had ended wars before they even began, and now they watched one human. Her name was Alia Mercer. She stood alone at the center of the chamber, hands relaxed at her sides, no armor, no weapon. Just a plain gray suit they had given her. Her heart beat steady, not fast. Her breathing was calm. That was mistake number one. "The human will not survive the first trial," one of them said. Its voice echoed like stone breaking. Alia looked up. "You said 10 trials," she replied. "Let's not waste time." A low murmur moved through the chamber. No human had ever spoken like that here. The floor vanished. Alia dropped. Wind screamed past her as she fell into darkness. Numbers flashed around her: speed, pressure, gravity. The gravity increased every second. Bones would shatter. Organs would fail. This trial had killed stronger species. Alia closed her eyes and shifted her body the way Earth trainers had drilled into her since childhood. She angled her fall, slowed her spin, controlled her breath. Pain hit her like fire, but she welcomed it. Pain meant she was alive. Then the floor returned. She hit it hard, rolled once, and stood. Silence. No blood. No broken limbs. One of the watchers leaned forward. "Impossible." Alia wiped dust from her sleeve. "On Earth," she said softly, "we call that training." The second trial began before they could respond. The chamber turned white. Heat exploded from all directions. This was not fire. It was energy meant to rip matter apart. The air itself screamed. The temperature rose beyond anything natural. Alia screamed too, but only once. She dropped to one knee, hands flat on the floor, and focused. Earth had taught her something these beings did not understand. Humans endure. Memories flooded her mind. Cold nights, hunger, loss, standing back up when nothing was left. Her body shook, skin blistered, but she did not collapse. The heat vanished. She fell forward, breathing hard, still alive, still breathing. The watchers were no longer calm. "The third trial," the leader said sharply. The room shifted again. This time it became a battlefield. Broken ground, smoke, screams. Hundreds of moving shapes rushed toward her, creatures made of sharp metal and rage. No pattern, no mercy. Alia was given no weapon. She ran. Not forward, sideways, then backward. She used terrain, timing, and fear. She tripped enemies into each other. She used their weight against them. When one fell, she took its weapon and kept moving. Minutes felt like hours. When the last creature fell, Alia stood shaking, covered in burns and cuts. Blood ran down her forehead into her eyes. She laughed. That laugh echoed too loudly. The watchers felt something new, concern. "The fourth trial will end this," the leader said. "No species has passed it." The floor opened again, but this time Alia saw what waited below. A massive sphere of dark energy spun slowly, bending light and sound. A weapon, not a test. An execution. Alia stared at it. Then she whispered, almost to herself, "So they finally stopped playing." As the chamber began to lower her toward the sphere, a hidden signal activated inside her suit one Earth had buried deeper than bone. Far away, unseen systems woke up. And Earth began to listen. They believed the fourth trial would erase her. They did not know Earth had already prepared for this moment. The platform lowered her slowly. The dark sphere below twisted space like a wound in reality. Light bent toward it. Sound vanished near its surface. Anything that touched it would be torn apart, not burned, not crushed, but erased. No pain, no body. No proof you ever existed. The watchers watched closely. This was the point where hope died. Alia felt the pull in her bones. Her teeth vibrated. Her vision blurred at the edges. The suit on her body grew warm, then hot. Warning lights flashed inside the thin fabric, unseen by the beings above. Her breath slowed. She did not scream. Inside her mind, a calm voice appeared, not spoken but felt. "Protocol Atlas, active." Alia's fingers curled slightly. That was the sign. Earth had built this for one reason only: to answer power with patience. The sphere pulled harder. Her skin began to lift like dust in a storm. Blood floated from a cut on her arm, stretching toward the dark. One of the watchers finally spoke with doubt. "She is still conscious." "That changes nothing," the leader replied. "This force consumes stars." The platform reached the edge. Alia stepped forward. The moment her foot crossed the invisible boundary, the suit reacted. Threads thinner than hair spread across her skin, glowing faint gold. The pull increased, then slowed. The sphere resisted. For the first time, the weapon did not obey. Data surged through the suit. The voice returned. Counterfield deployed. "Do not panic," Alia laughed softly. "The sound should not have existed here, but it did." She took another step. The sphere shuddered. Cracks of light rippled across its surface. The watchers leaned back as alarms burst to life around the chamber. Symbols flashed red. Systems failed one after another. "This is not possible," one shouted. Alia raised her hand and touched the sphere. Nothing happened. Then everything happened. The dark energy collapsed inward, folding into itself like a dying star. A shockwave blasted outward, throwing the watchers against the walls. The chamber screamed as gravity snapped back into place. When the light faded, the sphere was gone. Alia stood alone on the platform, shaking but alive. Silence fell again, but this time it was afraid. "The fourth trial," the leader said slowly, "has been passed." Alia looked up at them. Her face was tired, burned, bleeding, but her eyes were steady. "How many are left?" she asked. No human had ever asked that. The fifth trial began without warning. The chamber dissolved into darkness, then rebuilt itself into something worse, a memory prison. Alia stood in a small earth room, old walls, a cracked window, rain outside. She recognized it instantly. Home, a figure sat in the corner, back turned. Small shoulders, shaking. "Don't," Alia whispered. The figure turned. It had her face, but younger, afraid, crying. "You left me," the child said. "You promised you wouldn't." The pain hit harder than the sphere. This trial did not attack the body. It attacked the reason to keep going. Around her, voices filled the room. Friends she lost, names she buried, failures she never forgave herself for. Her knees buckled. The watchers watched closely. "This trial broke warriors, kings, legends. No training saved you here." Alia closed her eyes and breathed. "Earth taught me this too," she said quietly. She knelt in front of the child and opened her arms. "I didn't leave you," she said. "I carried you." The child dissolved into light. The room cracked and shattered. Alia stood back in the chamber, tears on her face, chest tight but unbroken. The watchers were no longer hiding their fear. "There are still 5 trials," one said. "She should not be able to," the leader raised a hand. Far beyond the chamber, something else responded. A signal crossed deep space, Earth's defenses fully awakened. And for the first time, the watchers began to wonder, what if the trials were never meant to test her but to test them? The chamber trembled as the 6th trial began. This time there was no warning, no change of scenery. The air itself became heavy, thick like deep water. Alia felt pressure crush down on her from every direction. Not just on her body, but on her thoughts. Her memories blurred. Her name felt distant. This trial was designed to erase identity. Countless species had knelt here, minds emptied, turned into silent shells. Power meant nothing if you forgot who you were. Alia staggered, her vision doubled. The walls stretched and bent. Voices whispered inside her skull, speaking in languages older than Earth. "You are nothing. You are weak. You were chosen by mistake." Her knees hit the floor. The watchers leaned forward. This was more like it. This was familiar. Alia's hands shook as she pressed them against the cold metal. Her thoughts slipped like sand through fingers. Faces faded, names vanished, then something small remained. Not a memory, a habit. Her fingers tapped twice against the floor, left, right, a grounding rhythm Earth medics had taught children during panic. Simple, stupid, effective, tap, tap. Her breathing slowed. The whispers weakened. "I am Alia Mercer," she said aloud, voice rough but real. "I am human, I endure." The pressure cracked. The chamber lights flared back to life. Alia stood slowly, head pounding, but her mind was hers. The sixth trial ended. The watchers did not speak. The seventh trial began immediately, as if afraid to give her time. The floor split into narrow paths suspended over endless void. Each path shimmered with symbols. A voice echoed from everywhere and nowhere. "Choose the correct path," it said. "One leads forward. The others lead to death." Alia looked at the paths. 5 choices, no clues, no logic she could see. The watchers waited. This trial destroyed those who trusted instinct. Alia did not move. She sat down. That alone shocked them. She studied the paths carefully, not the symbols, but the silence. One path felt wrong, not dangerous, just empty, too perfect. "They want me to rush," she murmured. She stood and stepped onto the dullest path. The others collapsed instantly, vanishing into darkness. The chosen path held. The seventh trial was complete. A low sound rippled through the chamber, something close to panic. "The eighth trial," the leader said, voice tight, "will be final." The chamber transformed again, but this time it did not become a weapon or illusion, it became a window. Stars filled the space before. Alia, beautiful, distant, peaceful, then Earth appeared, blue, fragile. Alia's breath caught. Below it, alien fleets surrounded the planet, thousands of ships, weapons armed, energy building. The watchers stood beside her now, close enough that she could feel their cold presence. "This is not a vision," the leader said. "This is now." A timer appeared in the air, 5 minutes. "Fail the eighth trial," the leader continued, "and Earth burns." Alia's fists clenched. "What is the trial?" she asked quietly. The leader turned its silver eyes toward her. "Choose," it said. "Save yourself and walk away, or sacrifice your world to finish the trials." The timer began to count down. 4 minutes, 59 seconds. Alia stared at Earth. Her voice did not shake when she spoke. "You don't understand humans at all." She stepped forward, toward the watchers. And the suit on her body began to unlock something Earth had sworn never to use unless absolutely necessary. The suit tightened around Alia's body. Deep inside its layers, seals broke that had never been tested outside simulations. Heat flooded her spine, sharp but controlled. Symbols she had never seen before flashed briefly across her vision. Protocol Atlas, final tier, authorized. The watchers felt it. The air changed, like a storm about to break. "You will destroy yourself," one of them said. "Human bodies cannot hold that output." Alia did not look at them. Her eyes stayed on Earth, still counting down. 4 minutes. "I'm not holding it," she said. "I'm letting it pass." She lifted her hands. The stars around the window dimmed as energy bent toward her, not stolen, not forced, but guided. Earth science had learned a dangerous truth long ago. The universe resisted control, but it responded to balance. Light wrapped around Alia like a second skin. Alarm screamed. "Stop the trial," one watcher shouted. "She is interfacing with the field." The leader hesitated. That hesitation cost them. Alia stepped into the space between worlds. She was no longer fully in the chamber, yet not gone. The window to Earth expanded, stretching wide. The alien fleets froze mid-charge as their weapons lost power one by one. Their systems did not fail. They were overridden. Alia felt every ship, every life aboard them, fear, confusion, orders breaking down. She could end them. The thought passed through her mind like a shadow. She let it go. Instead, she spoke not loudly, but clearly. "This trial is unfair," she said. "You call it balance, but it's fear." The leader advanced, shielding itself from the light. "End the trials," it said. "Take your victory." Alia shook her head. "You don't get it," she replied. "This was never about winning." The timer hit 1 minute. Alia reached deeper. The suit warned her, pain spiked, nerves burning, muscles tearing microscopically. Blood ran from her nose. Her vision blurred. She stayed standing. On Earth, systems she had never seen activated. Satellites shifted, deep-sea arrays aligned. Old defenses, forgotten and buried, came alive not as weapons but as anchors. The universe steadied. The alien fleets drifted, powerless but intact. The timer stopped. 0. Earth remained blue, alive. The chamber shook violently as the window collapsed. Alia fell to one knee, gasping, light fading from her skin. The suit locked down, preventing further use. The watchers stood frozen. The eighth trial, the leader said slowly, has been completed. Alia looked up, exhausted, every breath burning. How many trials left? She asked. The leader hesitated again. 2. Before Alia could respond, the chamber lights died. Darkness swallowed everything. A new presence entered the room, one that did not belong to the Watchers. A voice echoed, calm and ancient. Trial 9 will not be conducted by them. Alia's eyes widened as a massive shadow formed in the dark. Trial 9, the voice continued, will be conducted by us. The darkness thickened. The Watchers stepped back as the shadow finished forming. It was vast, not shaped like a body, but like a presence pressing against reality. The air felt old around it, heavy with time and judgment. Alia forced herself to stand. Every muscle screamed. Her vision flickered. The suit held her together like a promise barely kept. Who are us? She asked. The shadow answered slowly, as if choosing words humans could survive. We are the boundary, it said. The observers of observers. When trials threaten balance, we intervene. The Watchers bowed. That alone told Alia everything. Trial 9 did not attack, it revealed. The chamber dissolved and Alia stood nowhere, no floor, no sky. Images flowed around her, civilizations rising, testing others, declaring themselves worthy, every time they fell. Some to war, some to pride, some to fear. You test strength, the presence said, but strength alone collapses. The images changed. Now she saw Earth, not armies, not weapons. People rebuilding after disasters, standing back up, sharing food, arguing, laughing, failing, trying again. Alia felt tears burn her eyes. You should not be here, the presence said, yet you are. What is the trial? Alia asked quietly. The presence paused. Choice, it said. End the system or inherit it, the Watchers gasped. Alia turned toward them. They looked smaller now, fragile. If I inherit it, she said, I become you, yes, and if I end it? The trials end forever, no species judged. No executions disguised as balance. Alia did not hesitate. Then end it. The presence studied her, not her power, not her endurance. Her refusal. So be it. Light spread outward, not violent, not explosive final. The trial mechanisms dissolved. The chamber cracked apart like glass. The Watchers cried out as their authority vanished, stripped away in silence. Alia collapsed to her knees as the universe settled. The presence faded. Before it vanished completely, it spoke one last time. Trial 10 was never for you. The chamber reformed smaller, quieter. Alia stood alone, a doorway opened. Beyond it waited Earth, recovery teams, open skies, blue oceans. She took one step forward, then stopped. What happens now? She asked. A calm voice answered from her suit. *** Protocol Atlas. Complete. *** Status. Humanity. Acknowledged. *** Alia smiled weakly and walked through the doorway. Far across the stars, civilizations would soon feel something new. Not fear, not judgment, but a simple, terrifying truth. They gave her 10 impossible trials. Earth passed all of them.